Hello, merry meet. So I wanted to review an Oracle card deck, and the deck I want to review is Wicca Oracle Cards by Nada Mesar M-E-S-A-R Mesar Nada Mesar, Linnea Weatherstone, and artwork by Cynthia Hemmenbull. Yes, and this is published by Lo Scarabeo. Now, let's first have a look at the box. I really like the box. It's relatively sturdy, though it isn't as hard as some of these box set boxes are. It's relatively sturdy. It'll last you a good long time. The design is simple. I do like this sparkly stuff. However, it is, when you get into the deck itself, you will see that it's way overused. Just adjust my camera a little bit. Sorry about that. That's better. So yeah, on the back it just has a little blurb about the cards in different languages, and the only thing I could really complain about is that it's called the Wicca Tarot, but you just have the symbol of the goddess. I do like this goddess symbol with a pentagram inside of it, but as if the pentagram is symbolic of a man, you could say it has both, but still. That's the only complaint I could have. Otherwise, I think this is a gorgeous box. So let's have a look inside. It's pretty sturdy. Now here's one thing I really do like. It has this little ribbon that you can pull to get things out of the box. That makes things so much easier. And it comes with a book. Now don't be fooled. This is a little white booklet. It's black and it's in more glossy fancy paint, but it's a little black booklet. It does look pretty on the back though. This is one of the cards. Now inside of here you will find a little introduction, which basically just tells a little bit about Wicca, and then how to use the cards, which tells you how to be intuitive about them. I guess that's a pretty good section. How to do a daily reading, how to use them for affirmations and such, and it has a spread. The problem is it doesn't have a graphic of the spread, it just tells you the spread. It's casting the circle spread, which is a pretty interesting spread. I haven't used it yet, but it does look quite interesting. And then you have how to use them for spells. So yes, and this is about as much as you have about that. The rest is just the descriptions of the cards, and each card gets about 1 page. And don't be fooled by the thickness of the book, because there are how many languages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 languages. So you have about 50 pages for each. But all in all, not a bad little book. I would have liked a bit more information for an Oracle deck. It's like I've always said, I don't have a problem with the little white books when it comes to tarot, because there's so much information on the tarot out there, everywhere. You can find it in books, you can find it on the internet, you can find it everywhere. But when you design your own system of divination, which such an Oracle deck is, you're going to have to give the reader more information. But it seems that they do intend for you to be pretty intuitive about it, which I can understand. But let's just look at the breakdown of one of the cards, shall we? You get 2 layouts, one casting a circle, one casting a spell, a bit of information, and then the cards. So yeah. So you get, for example, for the Pentacle, you get about 1 paragraph with just the general meaning and the general description of the card. Then you have a meaning, a reversed one, a keyword, affirmation, and a challenge. Basically, you can pull it up as a challenge. So basically use it as a daily card that you can have with you. So let's say you just put them in a bowl, you throw out one and you see that's the challenge for the day, that sort of thing. And for that, it's an interesting tool. Let's have a look at the cards themselves. The cards are very pretty on the back. Here we have little pentagrams, and it's lots of purple swirls. I like that. Pentagrams are actually inverted, which is unusual for something to do with Wicca, but like I said in one of my earlier videos, that is actually a Wiccan symbol, the inverted pentagram. It's just unusual to see it. It is silvery on the edges, but look, unlike the other one, it doesn't make you sparkly. Which makes me happy. Now, when I first opened this deck, I thought, this is pretty. Look here. And I don't know if this really shows up, because what shows up on my camera as silver is actually some sparkling metal thing. I thought this is pretty. It's used with relative, with some moderation. It's pretty. Still pretty, simple design with somewhat creative use of the metal. Here we have more of the sparkly, but still pretty. And I love this fire wand, one with just the sparklies to give life to the fire. So far so good. A witch with her sickle. So good. So far so good. I don't really feel so much for these cards yet. I haven't worked a lot with them. And the symbolism, it's there, definitely. There are some good symbolism here. But I'll show you a problem with them later. So we have a horn god with animals. And then we get to the problem. Oh shit, look at all that sparkly. And the rest of the cards are both mostly like this. They have just gone berserk with the silvery paint. I mean, this looks like, if I was gonna describe this to someone, I would say it looks like a 5-year-old have eaten one of those tubes of glittery glue and then gotten sick and vomited all over the cards. That's what it looks like. Look at it! I mean, how can you divine with this? Because your eyes are constantly raped by glitter. And more. I mean, they look like extremely tacky Christmas cards. Here's one that's not too bad. This one isn't too bad, though the woman on the side there looks extremely happy at that fire. I mean, she's a pyromaniac and it seems to be coming out of her hands. But I guess that's not a problem. It's a fun card. And here we have the god surrounded by glitter. I mean, let me just find some examples here. Glitter snow on the ground. Glitter. 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 I mean, a bit of... And look here, this cat is about as happy about the glitter as I am. Look at his expression. What the fuck glitter, it says. I mean... Why? I mean, look at this card. This card is pretty. They have used glitter in moderation. And I do like the sparkly stuff. The sparkly stuff around the frame, that's okay. Basically that little crown of sparkly stuff on top of the mask, that's also fine. I like that. I think that adds to the beauty of the card. But why do they have to do this and this? They just gone way overboard with the glittery effect, and it's not just silvery, it's glittery. It's like, you know, though if you go into a section in the store where they have Barbie dolls and you find glitter, where you see this, that sort of flaky glitter thing that sometimes decorates the boxes, that kind of glitter. So yeah, at least it doesn't come off. So yeah, the drawings themselves is pretty nice. There's some good symbolism here. Love this altar setup. Love this tree. If it hadn't been for all the glitter, I mean, glitter in the sky, glitter mushrooms, glitter window. I mean, here this one makes sense. You have a glitter moon. But why all this glitter on every card? Some of the cards are really, really, really... Yeah, I mean, it looks like somebody has just vomited glitter all over the deck. Somebody said when they were designing these cards, okay, looks good, but we need more fucking glitter. So yeah, if you are a complete glitter lover, you want your things to sparkle, then perhaps you would like this. But really, while in some cards, like for example this one, the glitter effects are used very well. It is used to get some life and depth into the cards. Then you have these ones where the leaf on the trees are glitter, the snowy thing are glitter, everything is glitter. Basically, it's like with makeup. Adding a little bit of glitter to your cheek, that looks nice. Just taking a big makeup brush and just painting your entire face silver glitter, not my taste so much. So basically what all this glitter does is that first of all it makes the deck look very distracting, because when you're trying to read with it, all you see is the glitter, 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 glitter. It literally rapes your eyes. Secondly, it makes the deck look very childish, and it doesn't allow me to relax and take in the symbolism that is there. So if you hadn't had all the glitter, the deck would have looked very pretty. It would have quite a bit of nice pagan symbolism. But with all this glitter, no. It just it's over the top with the glitter. Now of course there could be people that like the glitter effect and that's really something for them. And if, like I said, if you're really a glitter fantast, then this deck is for you. Other thing I would complain about the deck is that it's very thin. I think it's 32 or 33 cards. I can check. Okay. It's 33, yes. 33. So yes, it does have some very good Wiccan symbolism. And do you have to be Wiccan to read with this deck? No. But I would say that you should be familiar with the lore and some of the dogma and some of basically... If you're familiar with Wiccan 101, then you can read with the deck. But if you have never heard about Wicca before, the symbolism is very geared toward that religion, which is good for what it is, a Wiccan deck. And my only really complaint with it is all the glitter. The symbolism is fine, the pictures themselves are pretty, but it's just too much glitter. So the deck is fine, the card stock is somewhat thin. It's mid-range, I would say. It's not really great, it's not very thin. The cards are not laminated, so it's not the best of quality. But the box is nice quality, the book is okay. The layouts that are described in there is interesting. So, do I recommend that you get this? No. There are better decks out there that are Wiccan themed, and it's just too much glitter. If you really like glitter and you're into Wicca, yes, then you might have liked this deck, but for most people I will think that it's too much glitter, the cards are of too poor quality, and the deck, well, there's too few cards. So yeah, I'm not majorly impressed by this. Now, like I said, the drawings themselves are pretty, the symbolism is good, so if you can find a deck cheap, you might want to consider getting it. Otherwise than that, I would say skip this one. I would give this deck about 4 out of 10. If it hadn't had all those glitter effects, I would probably give it 6 out of 10. So, yeah. One more deck that I'm not very impressed by Lo Scarabeo. Now, please don't get me wrong, I really like that company. They have produced some extremely interesting and unusual tarot decks. And also other Oracle card decks, and I'm a huge fan of them. But even the greats can make mistakes. So yeah, it's an interesting deck. But unless you really like that art style with all that glitter, no, I don't recommend it. And that's my review of Wicca Oracle Cards. And this should not be confused, by the way, with the Book of Shadows tarot that was just published, because this is a completely different thing. This is Oracle Cards, but the Book of Shadows tarot is tarot cards, and there's going to be 2 decks in that set. One of them are published now. It's about so below, I think, and then there's going to be one more. But anyway, this is a standalone thing, and just too much glitter. Anyway, have a great day and blessed be.